All right. Okay, guys, welcome to Ask Woodford. This has been a long time coming. I have been slack with it. Yes. The reason why I've been slack with it is because A, we're been fucking busy. B, I've been slack. And C, I've been busy. Either one. You can take one of those three. But I'm excited to give this part number 2. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 of my Origins of Woodford, I kind of wanted to talk about it. I think it's very important. Go back and watch it. Maybe you can put a link below, Donnie. Maybe if you can put a video up or something of me talking or some shit like that. Yeah, Donnie's saying yes. So part 1, we talked about how the Origin started. And I think Donnie, it just got before where I went to rehab. Was that part, Donnie? Yes or no? When I came back from America. So that was just the part I stopped at. Okay. Oh, here we go. You're in for a fucking ride here, and it'll probably bring up some emotion shit that I haven't talked about for a while, but it's okay. I've talked about this at length before on podcasts, and I think it's good that I talk about it now. I don't get really that emotional about it these days. I think it's been water under the bridge, but anyway, I think that we should talk about it. So, the Origin. So, I come back from America, right, and I am that fucking fired up to start something. Now, remember, back in 2012, it's a long time ago. This is 13 years ago nearly. 13 years ago. I've been full-time job, 13 years at Woodford, and I'll remind everyone, and this is not to say, fuck you, I was right and you were wrong, but it pretty much is. I got told there was no industry, there was no market for it, etc. Well, motherfucker, I made the market. You know, you can't, that's bullshit. Don't let anyone say there's not a market. If you believe in it and you can see that vision, don't let anyone say it can't be done. Because I did it and I just followed my passion. And yeah, you can't be stupid about it because I built my way up. At the same time, you gotta, anything in life, if you want something really that bad, it's never going to be easy. Don't think anything's easy in life because it's not. You're gonna have some hardships. You're gonna have some what's the word? It's gonna be what's that word, Donnie? Where fuck, I'm trying to think of it. Well, it's resistance. There's gonna be some resistance, and you got to go after it. You got to put yourself out there. You can't. Nothing great happens unless you work hard for it. I knew that. So I came back. I had no money. I was broke, flat fuck broke, like broke to the point where I had literally nothing. But I threw everything at it. I said I was never, remember, I was working at Genesis at the time and I was doing all that that free work experience, which you have to do. I was doing it all around the place and getting exposure to coaching athletes, etc. And back then, once again, there was no private sector of coaching athletes. So you couldn't do it. These days, these kids are so lucky. And they don't realise how lucky they have it because they've got so many options now in the private sector in Australia. Even if you don't want to go athletic development, you go to strength coach around the corner. Great coaches there. Donnie, all the boys there. Bootsy Otis, Charlie and Didier Fasulio, Jamie Smith, of course. So all even if you don't want to go athletic development, there's even back then there wasn't like really like communities like that. Now there is a lot of opportunity. So I kind of thought to myself, fuck, I'm going to throw everything at this. I believe there was. I'm just going to show my passion. And I talked last time that I use social media as a means to get my name out there, etc. I use it as a way to create not controversy. I wouldn't say controversy. I'll just say I believe in this is what I'm saying. And if you don't like it and you want to make a, you know, I remember back then CrossFit was massive and CrossFit started training athletes and all I said was doing WODs is not going to make you a better athlete. It's training one quality, which is capacity. That's it. You know, the whole idea of athlete development is improving maximal outputs. So when you integrate with the sport, your operation outputs are higher, but you're developing the physical capacities. The sport doesn't do it very well itself. So you need to integrate with the sport to get transference. That's all I said. In the Cliff's Note version of that. Anyway, doing that as well is it takes away your ability to recover the recovery capacity you need, but also takes away from sports training as well because you're always cooked and fucked. So that's all. So I remember back then CrossFit was pretty big. Nothing against CrossFitters. It's a sport within itself. Once again, never train a sport with a sport, especially a string sport with a non-string sport, in my opinion. So that was getting pretty big. So I kind of knew there was going to be a market. I just had to educate people. So what I did was, I remember back then, so I came back and I knew I couldn't go to like a Fitness First or a Genesis because what they'd do is they'd charge me $300 and I couldn't really the whole idea was back then was trying to get as many people through, not many people through the doors, but expose as many people to high-level athlete development. And if I look back now, which this is a good little educational tidbit for everyone out there, all the coaches, if you look at my programs from 13 years ago, they're pretty much exactly the same to fucking now. The only difference is my experience. So the only difference is my experience in terms of what I know works, in terms of my coaching, my communication, like it's pretty much all that's different now is I know what works because of my experience, 13 years in the trenches knowledge, and I know how to get results a lot quicker. But back then I was kind of still, you know, not in a novice stage because I still coached for a while before that. I've been doing this for 18 years now, but I was still not as developed as I am now. All that's happened now is I'm so much more experienced. I know, and I've got so much better at understanding what works and what doesn't in the real world, and what to use and what not to use, and what tool to use, what not tool to use for that thing and that area and that goal, etc. That's the only difference. The only thing I might have added, or actually, I might have reduced things. I might have taken away because the best coaches are reductionists. They take away, they don't add on. But I might have enjoyed this exercise more. Might take away, and this I might do little bit more of this, but add this on. Depends on the individual as well. So anyway, I found a gym, not a gym, it was like an indoor boot camp. So who would have thought, what an oxymoron, an indoor boot camp. So anyway, it ended up failing, but that's a whole nother story. But indoor boot camps. And I had no money, so I remember going there and I remember asking about rent, and the rent they wanted was something not stupid, but I couldn't afford it. And then I went away, and then he called me up the next day and said, yeah, we'll take what you said. And they were good to me, so I can't really hate on them. But by the end of it, fucking, yeah, I couldn't stand them. There's a whole nother reason for that. And anyway, they helped me start Woodford, so I can't really hate them for it. Anyway, I built the Woodford name through that. And what I did was, which was, I think a lot of young coaches don't really do this enough, is I just went after it in terms of when athletes came in, all I thought was, okay, one, I need to get exposure to coaching reps. The second thing is I need to get results. And the third thing is I need to educate people via social media. Facebook back then was the big, of the science. So the science, so the fundamental sports science principles, the science, the sports science principles, the sports science behind it, the science behind it, and the application in the real world. And that's what I did. If you look at my posting back 13 years ago, 12 years ago, 10 years ago, it's pretty much the same. All I did was I took someone like squatting, like a gridiron player, let's say for example, gridiron player, and let's say Tom squats for reps of 4 because, to a box. The reason why he does that is to develop lower body strength, lower body power, because we know maximal strength is the foundation for maximising power and speed and athletic development, etc., etc. That's all I did. And then what I did, which was really smart, and I still do this to the day, and people still don't do this, which is, I don't understand why they don't do this, because the best thing I ever did was I tagged them in the post, so I get their network plus my network as well. That's how I built it. And I don't know if you guys know, I still do it to this day, because I know it works, is I do a signing, a Woodford signing. And the reason why I do that is twofold. One, it pumps the athlete up. They feel good. The second thing is I get their reach as well. So I get their name through social media, either Facebook or Instagram, and then I tag them and I get them to share it, and then I get their networks, which is kind of smart. And I do that all the time. And that's how I got my name out there, and obviously getting results. But I remember doing that and people were like, oh, that's sick, you know, and then everyone was talking about it. I'm like, because I knew no one was doing it. So obviously I knew I was going to get fucking hate. Of course I knew I was going to get hate. And I knew that. But at the end of the day, I didn't really give a flying fuck, because I knew that if I can't live my life, and so many people live their life based on what others think, but I kind of said to myself, well, I'm not going to live my life what others think, because I'm never going to live my dreams. So I said, fuck these pricks. I'm just going to do what I want anyway. They don't pay my bills. That's how I look at it anyway. And I'm still, to this day, I'm still got that personality where it's like, well, if you don't believe in me, I don't really give a flying fuck. Because at the end of the day, I used to say this to people, Donnie, all the time. When people used to give me shit, or they used to say to all my mates or people, oh, Woodford's methods, I don't believe in what he says and all this shit. I don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck. I still to this day give zero fucks what people think. Because I'll tell you why. And this is for everyone out, this is a lesson for everyone. At the end of the day, all that should matter is what you believe in and the results you get for your client athletes. And that's all I gave a fuck about. That's all I cared about was results. Because I said at the end of the day, in 10 years' time, look at my body work. And look at it now. Look at my body work. What are all those people questioning me, what are they saying now? What are you saying now? Come on, what is it? What is it? Yeah, fucking nothing. Nothing. Because at the end of the fucking day, I fucking knew. I have this unbelievable, one thing about me is I have this unbelievable self-belief in myself. You can bag me out, you can say I don't know shit, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. My thing is, I'm going to I used to have this thing, tunnel vision, stick at what my goals are, stick at what I do best. And I know, you have to believe in yourself in life. Any career, you got to believe in yourself. I have this inner self-belief. And that's not to say that, and I do cross the line sometimes with humility and I have that self-awareness, trust me. I do it for a bit of fun. The king thing started, I got no idea. People think that I started. I actually didn't start. I think it was a bit of a joke to start. Now it's kind of caught on. People call me king. I am a fucking king. I believe I'm a king because kings at the end of the day win, and I believe I'm a winner. Yeah, I lose. I take L's. Nothing bad about taking L's. I've taken a lot of L's, but I've learned a lot from taking my L's. And the reason why I talk about L's and talk about life and I talk about ups and downs and hardships is because that's real. It's not the social media saying 6 figures, it's so fucking easy, everyone wins. No, and that's why people relate to me. Is because it's not fucking easy. It's fucking hard. Look what I've gone through. But that's cool. That's fine. That's cool. Nothing bad about that. That's just life. So I think for me, it was like I was always going to say my body of work over 10 years, whatever it is, it's going to show my body of work, what I've done. And look what I've done. Look how many results I've got. Look how many athletes I've coached. Pro, semi-pro, amateur, weekend warrior, through my companies, my 4 facilities when I had them. Look how many coaches look how many, and it's not just me, but it's my entire team. But look how many people we've educated, so much more development. So they go to other coaches. They know what a strength and conditioning, a high athlete development, whatever you want to call us, performance coach is. So they go see others. Look how much we've expanded the industry. Look how many jobs we've created just through personally, but also externally from that. So I'm proud of that, and that's fantastic. But I just knew that back then I didn't have the results to back me up. Now, look at me, like, fuck me. And this is another thing which people don't get, I'm still only young. I've been doing this 18 years and I'm still 37, which is crazy to think, man. I've got fucking so many more years in me. Like, fucking heaps. Like, fuck, it's crazy to think what I'm going to be like. And the thing for me is I just keep learning. The way I just keep learning is through just coaching. That's what I'm learning, through coaching. Obviously, I still learn as much through reading. I get that. But I just think coaching is where it's at. Not enough people get coaching reps. And too many people retire too. They're like, I don't, like, especially people in the gym industry, which I find weird. They stop coaching. It's like, don't you love this? Like, I love it. Like, it's just something I love. I could not do it. I could not do this. I'll do it till I'm dead. I reckon I'll do it all my whole life because I actually love coaching. I love training people. That's what I've done my whole life. So I'll do it till the day I die, I reckon, and I love it. So I think it's weird when people don't do that. And I think when you don't do that, you miss out on it. You got to keep doing it. And that's what I believe you learn so much from it. So that's just a little tidbit for everyone out there, what happened. So I got this gym. I started coaching. I started using that social media. Anyway, that was the first one. So that was around the corner in Cheltenham, around the corner. And within 6 months, I could have had my own facility, which is crazy to think because there was apparently no market. But we exploded. No one was doing it. First to do it. Risk it for the biscuit, I guess. And fucking huge. So, yeah, we went nuts. During that period, it was really good because it was me by myself. And I just kind of, me and Tom, my other partner, who ended up having a real good career as well, but he ended up leaving in 2000, I can't remember when it was, but he ended up starting Beyond the Valley, doing his own thing now. I'm pretty sure he's out that now. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't seen him for years. I only wish him the best, though, with Tom. We kind of grew apart, and I kind of thought it was the best time to leave. I wish him only the best. As I said, I haven't seen him for years. I hope he's doing well. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's doing his own thing with marketing, with clubs and shit like that, and he's done quite well, so good on him. But he was a part of Woodford. He helped me out at the start, so I've got to give him props. And yeah, during that period it was pretty cool because there wasn't many of us. I got some interns in, I got some coaches in. Yeah, it was good times during that period. And I had a lot of issues with because pretty much it's an indoor boot camp, which was crazy. So pretty much I had the run of it. And by the way, when I had that gym, if you actually look at the photos, it was just a fucking an indoor facility, like just a indoor facility with mats, and it had like a matrix rack. It had like barbells. It had it had like weight plates, and it had a few dumbbells. That was it. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. Simplistic works. And it works this day. It's always worked and will still work. It'll work in 100 years. The basics, the fundamentals always work. So that's all I needed. I didn't have a sled back then. That was the only thing I wish I had, like a prowler, but you couldn't push the prowler on that hard, that surface, that what is it called? That rubber surface. It's too much friction. So anyway, what happened after that was they asked for 4 times my rent because they realized how much I was making, I think. And I just left. They kicked me out, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly, but they just kind of kicked me out, and I was like, I didn't really give a fuck by that stage. I'm like, I'll just find a place. And I found this place in Moorabbin, which that guy once wanted too much rent. And this is another thing, like, people who rent, like, I never understand, like, people who rent out these places, they always want too much, and they came back to me, they're like, yeah, we'll accept your price. I'm like, especially him, he was the biggest fucking weirdo, like, and what I found out, I knew when I went there from the real estate agent, was this guy's never worked a day in his life. His parents bought him, so his dad was like rich. He owned one half of the both, pretty much owned the whole street, and he gave half the properties to his daughter. This is serious, and half the properties to his son. And his son was just a fucking weirdo. Like, dude, I've never met a weirder person. Anyway, I ended up leaving that joint because of him. I can't remember his name. He's just a fucking weirdo. Just had no people skills whatsoever, and you could just tell, just a fucking Fruit Loop. But anyway, hey, Donnie, have you seen those things? And keep this in. Don't fucking cut this out. You know when he puts the lotion on his skin, he puts it in the bucket. Have you seen Silence of the Lambs? Bro, Silence of the Lambs, it's like, he puts the lotion on his skin and he puts it in the bucket or he gets a hose again. That was him. Anyway, just fucking nuts. And I am crazy, but mate, that is on another fucking level. That's like, whoop, boop, 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 boop. Anyway, he ended up pissing off my mum, being rude to my mum. And listen, you can't be rude to A-Wood. Only I can. No. He was a bit rude to me. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But anyway, I went to the Moorabbin gym. We got there. And they're going sweet. I met these two individuals who, how do I put it? They kind of stroked my ego. I was young, stroked my ego. We end up getting involved with these two individuals, and they end up working their way in. And I don't resent them, but they were just they were just bullshitters. They bullshit me the whole time. Anyway, we end up running a fucking Allied Health. There's a course back then. Allied Health 3-4, and what we did was, these two came in my life and they convinced me to run this Allied Health 3-4 through an internship program. So to do the internship, you had to do an Allied Health 3-4. I'm not going to lie, it's like printing money. It's like printing money. I should have made, if I knew what I knew now and I could go back in time, I'd be a millionaire, multi-millionaire. I would have done it. I would have made that much money with cutting those two dickheads out. Because they were just, I reckon they stole off me. This is serious. Me and my old man worked at, my old man's accountant. I reckon they stole off Woodford at least 200,000, at least. The government owes me $250,000. Never going to see that. We lost money because of it. But anyway, there was one stage, I still remember this. I got a 50K, I think a 40 or 50K check up front. Imagine me, 27 years old, the prime of my life. Imagine giving me 40, 50K up front just in a check. I'm like, ooh, that's probably the worst thing that happened to me. Because and my old man used to always say this, because when I got that, I thought I was invincible, because I thought I was getting that much money at that stage. I was on that much money. I think, well, fuck, I hate to think how much money I was on. But that's what started pretty much. What happened was I would work, my whole thing I'd work Monday to Saturday, and on Saturday night I'd go out and party. And then I'd go all the way through to Sunday, kick on, and then Monday I'd start again. And I did that, dude, this is serious. I did that for at least, and I'd pay for everything, and I would do that for at least 6 years. 5 years. And it just, what happened was, I got in a stage where I just thought that was normal. I was hanging around the wrong people. I started doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. My life started like spiraling out of control. And this is, by the way, what happened was, and I'm not going to say any names, but so by that stage, I had Moorabbin, and then these two young kids came to me and they said, we want to start Woodford. Casey, Danny Nong. I said, okay, sweet. It's a long story. I'm not going to go too far into it. But pretty much what happened was the builders said they were going to be ready on a date. They weren't. Shout out to Pelicanos. Thanks, guys, for that. Appreciate that. But they said it was going to be ready. It wasn't. These two got cold feet. They end up fucking us over. I signed a 5-year deal over there. I had no clients out there. I had no idea that market. They promised me they were going to stay with us. They didn't. They opened their own facility around the corner. It's just a whole fucked up story. And my dad said this would happen. The two people in my life who were the two people who ran that course, they got involved in my business. I gave them equity, which I shouldn't have. It was a clusterfuck. What a clusterfuck and a half. Now I think about it, I'm like, holy shit. My poor old man was like, this is going to go belly up, and nearly cost me my life, nearly cost me so much stress. I'm not blaming it fully on them, but Jesus fucking Christ. I told them there's so much other stories I could tell you, but I'm just going to keep it simple. So these two kids who I trusted, I said to them, you're not going to pull out, are you? They said, no, I would never do that to you. All they did was, they realised they can do it themselves, which they didn't need me. And but my thing about that is, when you're a man, and if you're a man and you make a promise, you go through with that. And then they wrote me this shitty email. So by the way, they never told me to my face. They pulled out via email. Email, out of all things. Anyway, fucking dogs. But Yeah, they've opened a gym. They were best mates. They ended up having a falling out, which is fucking nuts in itself. He's still got the gym. I'm not going to say the name of it. He's a rat. A dog, and I've no, like, he tried to reach out to me once. I'm like, where's it going to get me? You nearly, like, for me, that nearly put me in a hole. Like, literally, I wanted to kill myself over it. So they owed me, they said 180, they pulled out of that. They said they've got to think about their families. What about my families? Nearly put my family through the fucking ringer. Thanks very much. Got me to go to rehab. It's not just only that. I've got to take accountability for most of it, but fuck, that didn't help. Anyway, so I was in the hole about, fuck, a lot of money. And to our credit, we gave it a crack. And at that stage, so we had those two. Then we had one in Ballarat, which I got convinced. Once again, all these I got convinced on. All of them. Everyone came to me. But no one wanted to put in the work because they expected it just to happen. And back then, it wasn't enough market to it. And what I've realised is doing one really well is better than 4, 5, 6 done averagely. But by that stage, I was fucked. And then, so I had Casey. By the way, I had no, so 5-year deal. Just remember, 5 years, right? And I think per year it was, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. I'm pretty sure it was like 70, 80K a year. Pretty sure. So I was in the hole, what, 8 times 5, 8, 6, and 24, 30. What's that? 400K, whatever it is. Yeah, 4. So I was in the hole that. So think about where my mindset's at. I'm fucked here, mentally drained. I thought these two who had clientele were going to bring the clientele over, you know, and then what they were doing was they were promoting a different name with the clients. I said, why are you not doing Woodford Casey? Oh, they said, we're just using it to develop our profile, and when it comes to time, we're gonna move it across to Woodford. What the fuck was I dumb enough to believe that? I said to, I'm not gonna say his name, my CEO at the time, I said, make them sign a fucking agreement so they're legally bound. Anyway, that's a whole fuck up, and then Pelicano's fucked up with they got cold feet. So when they were supposed to go in, when it was supposed to be ready, it wasn't. So they got cold feet then. So there was like a number of fuck ups along the way that I had no control over, right? My dad knew this would happen. Man, shout out to my old man, knew it would happen. Anyway, so we're in the whole lot, right? We're in the fair bit of a hole. So I had Ballarat, and then I had West. So the CEO and the other chick, I'm not going to say the name, they were so good at manipulating people as well. They were brilliant at it. They were just people who came into businesses, said they promised the world and delivered nothing. They're just fucking idiots. Both of them. Anyway, one's run back to Canada, had no accountability. The other one was left with a massive tax bill. That's a whole nother, once again, a whole nother story. There are so many stories this, I could write a fucking book on it. And the fact that I'm still here is fucking incredible. Like, people thinking, like, how the fuck am I still here? How didn't I quit? How am I not dead? Well, do I have stories for you? So, hey, Kieran, how you going? So you can come in. So at the time, we're getting the good part. Donnie's loving this. So we're getting to a good part. So what's happened is, just so you guys know, back then what's it called? When you own a RTO. So back then, this is what happening, right? There was people doing this in RTO, going around to low socioeconomic areas and saying, if you sign this, right, we'll give you an iPad. So back in the day, so you got to do like a allied health cert threat, whatever it is, right? Sign it. They go low socioeconomic areas never going to do the course, but all you need is their signature, and you get paid up front. Back in the day, right? So they give them an iPad, get paid up. They're like, I'll get a free iPad, great. They don't give a fuck if they're going to pass or not. All they cared about is the signature. We get paid up front. So what companies would do is get all these. People were doing it. Everyone was doing it, right? Some guy made 100 million off it, right? So signing it, right? Yes, signing it, right? And going and just giving it to Donnie and then signing it and then going to the government saying this is how much we owe. People were making so much money, they were printing money. The government had enough, shut the whole thing down. Now for a year, maybe even longer, we were owed so mumuch fucking money. Moreover that, if you people remember, I don't know if I had any interns who did the course back then. I want to apologise because they didn't get their allied health, and I was copying it. I was copying it. So not them. I couldn't do anything, but I take accountability for it. But because I hired them, but they weren't getting what they promised. Not only that, Donnie, listen to this. They were getting it. I didn't know. Well, we knew this, but this is what they promised me. This is crazy. They were giving these kids an admin fee of I think $450. And I said, where's the money going for that? So we worked out, Dad and I worked out that's about 150K all up across the time, right? They said they were going to fix my gyms. They didn't pay me at all. So they kept that. Then they used my database because they were in with, I'm not going to say his name, they were in with another well-known, and he got rid of them too. He ended up getting rid of them too because he's like, they're fucking idiots. Was in with a well-known trainer coach who did level 1, level 2, level 3, well-known coach, very well-known. And they used my database to get students off to go on that course. And that course was $5,000 per level. And I saw nothing of it. $0, mate, crazy. Dude, the money that these people, it's fucking crazy. Anyway, they got what's coming to them. They got their comeuppance because how I fired them was classic Wood. But anyway, that was what I learned. Remember, no business acronym, none whatsoever. Just a young kid with a passion. And I had my old man who I never listened to. And that's one regret of my life that I never listened to him, and I should have. And I fucking should have. So I should have. So I'm sorry, Dad, but I should listen to him. But that's a whole other story. I keep saying that, but there's so many little stories I could tell. But I'm just going to give you the main one. So anyway, we're back to that. These two scumbags, and you are scumbags. If you are watching this, you're a fucking scumbag, both, yeah? What you did to not only me, then they fucked over my one mate. Listen to this. I signed for her fucking car, right? So her car, because she was Canadian, right? I signed to go guarantor. So when you're over here, if you're not Australian, you can't put yourself a license. Someone's got to I did, like an idiot. 20 grand's worth of speeding fines, right? Listen to this, get ready for this. They said to me, we're coming to your gym and taking equipment if you can't pay this. This was going on for a year, right? I said, so-and-so, why do you keep speeding? She would just speed all the time, right? What happened was, this is fucking crazy. What happened was, because I signed for her, they kept calling me. And fair enough, I signed for her like an idiot. My dad lost it. You're a fucking idiot. She didn't care. Why did she care? Why would she care? She didn't give a fuck. So I kept calling her saying, if you don't pay, I'm fucked here. And the reason why she couldn't pay is because their whole business, and by the way, we found out afterwards, they had multiple businesses all going nowhere. So what they'll do is, it's all like smoke and mirrors. You can't ask them a question. And if I said, what are you doing? They'd gaslight me and feel like shit. Like shit. My dad goes, mate, fuck this. They just kept gaslighting me because I was a young kid, didn't know much, right? They needed me more than I needed them. I didn't need them at all. All I need them for that allied, but I could have done it myself. Anyway, what happened was, I said to her, if I don't get this money, we are fucked here. They're going to take all my equipment. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do because there's no money coming in from this allied health. That's their whole business. All of a sudden, I get 20 grand from her. How the fuck where did she get this from? Turns out they convinced my mate, and some other dude to invest 20K each, 40K in their business. But they were trading insolvent. So what they did was they took the 20K, and do you know what they did with the 20K? They both went overseas, and then she paid me all the money. So I don't know how she got it, but she paid the rest of the money, what she owed, I think 15K or 20K for it. They both went overseas. And it's all smoke and mirrors. So my mate had to leave the company 2 days after. Idiot. They cooked the books for him. It's so fucked, bro. It's so bad, these stories. Anyway, so that's one story, right? This is before I even met Kieran. So you can imagine where Kieran's at in this whole story. Don't worry, we're getting to her. So by this stage, my partying, my addiction was fucked. Like, I mean, fucked. Like, to the point where I could not function without it. Like, to the point where I was doing things that I was just like, I had to use to get through it. Like, my usage was like so bad. Like, I mean, at one stage I was probably on 3 grand a week I was using. 3K, probably give or take a fair bit. I was using that much. But I had to, or I'd kill myself. I just couldn't handle it. The stress from my poor parents, the stress from here, the stress from just too much. I just got to a point in my life where fuck. Anyway, so my old man had a chat too, so I shut down the Ballarat one, which Ballarat, I just shut that down, so fuck that off, right? The West one, they hadn't paid rent, so the two dickheads owned it. They hadn't paid rent. They were running a football academy out there. They hadn't paid rent in 9 months. Oh, mate. And I used to go to them and say, where's the money for this? Because we need the money. You promised me. I'm paying for the teachers. We're in the hole, man. What the fuck are we doing? Anyway, I kept going to me, kept gaslighting me, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, they ended up shutting down. I fired both of them, which was the hardest thing because I thought they loved me. They cared about me. They didn't care about me. They cared about I could make them money. That's it. I fired her. I never saw him. I just told him I couldn't. He was honestly like a brother to me, I felt. But I couldn't, for some reason at that stage, I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't handle it. So I got her at the cafe, right? You would have loved this. And I just said, if she starts crying to my dad, I'm going to tell her to fuck off. She started crying because that's what she's good at. I told her, stood up and go, you can get fucked from my business. You fucking nearly cost me my life. You're going to cost my parents and me money. Like, dude, by that stage, we owed that much money. And I just said, at the time, I just kind of wanted to give it up. Anyway, so she gets fired. The West is gone. And shout out to Matt Whitbrick and Alex Karamoussis. Fucking legend blokes. They were owners of that. Great guys. I always respect them. Legend blokes. So at that stage, I meet I think Kieran at that stage. So when I was going down and dropping very quickly, I met Kieran at that stage. So I kind of feel bad for Kieran because I was going down, not up. At that stage, I was dipping to the point where I was like, it just wasn't worth it anymore. So Dad kept me going my dad kept pushing me, saying, we're going to keep making it. You can do this, mate. My dad was great. But I knew at some point I'd break, just when I would break. So I met Kieran. Kieran moved in with me. And that was to say she would have seen some bad shit. Because if you look at photos of me back then, I was gaunt. I just have to keep going though. I had to keep moving forward. And I said to Dad, I'm doing this for 6 months and then I'm probably going to quit or go to rehab because I couldn't keep doing it, bro. I was fucked. And so I met Kieran, and Kieran probably saw some things in those days where it was like, I'm not going to talk, like there's shit that happened that was pretty fucked. Like I was hanging around some bad people. Like some people who, like for me, what was normal wasn't normal in real life. Like I thought that was normal. Like I thought having guns was normal. This is how fucked it was, bro. I've lived, the one thing about me, I'm 37, fuck, I've lived a life. I could tell you stories. Like, but this is the good thing about Woodford and how crazy it is. We've come full circle and it takes time, and it's not saying it's all great because we're still building again. And what I mean building, always business of building and developing and all that stuff. But it's crazy that I've lived this and the business is still going because of the people like Brick, like the Kranis, like Kieran who saved it during that hard time. But the business was always strong. The name's strong. It's just that with what happened was there were so many things that affected my mental health, and I couldn't talk about it back then because I felt like what you feel like as an addict and with mental health, you feel ashamed. You do, and this is something we never talk about. I love mental health with males. We don't talk about it. We feel ashamed not to talk about it. And for everyone out there, I want you to know that you're not alone because there's always someone you can talk to. And that's why men just neck themselves. And I'm lucky I didn't because I had people around me that were strong enough to look after me. And I think at that stage, it was hard on me and it was hard on my parents, it was hard on Kieran, but I think that I got through it. And the mental health battle was very hard. It was very hard at the stage. And I kind of felt like I couldn't get through it. I didn't want to do it anymore. I just didn't want to do this. It wasn't something fun anymore. I lost the fun of it. And that was because of a number of factors. But man, those days I wanted to go bankrupt because that many people go bankrupt. It wasn't big, but my dad wouldn't let me go bankrupt, and God bless him for not doing that. And he still did fail as a father. And my dad put in a lot of money to save me, and I work still. I still have to work though. I work my ass off, and I got to a point where it just wasn't fun. And for now, if you're dealing with this stuff, I hope you can reach out and talk to someone because it is a big thing for me. And fuck, what a ride. And the arc of Woodford is just like this, but that's life, I guess, ups and downs. But what I want to talk to you, the reason why I'm talking about this, I don't have to talk about this, but the reason why I'm doing it is because I want you guys to know that this is life. Social media is bullshit. Like everyone's saying wins only. This is perfect. Everything's perfect. It ain't. This is life. And I hope that you guys can learn a lot from my story and understand that it's not perfect. And but you can go again. You can better yourself and you can want more. And I'm not saying I'm through the woods yet. I'm not. I've got to work on this fucking every day. It's a prick. Like Kieran knows how much I have to work. Like I hate talking about it. Like I do. I don't really like talking about it, but I have to do it. If I don't do this, fuck, I just go through. It's just hard on me mentally. It's been the hardest thing I've ever dealt with in my life. The hardest thing, I could talk about athlete development in front of 500 people. And it's so easy. But then I talk about this shit. It's so fucking hard. It's been the scariest thing for me. Scariest thing. But I'm glad that I can communicate. And I actually at a stage in my life when I can talk about where I won't break down about it. So anyway, I was hanging around some bad people. Like people just got out of jail. It's like, now looking at it, like the fuck? I think for a while I thought, what did I say to you? I wanted to get a face tat. I remember back at my way. So at my worst, I had this idea where I honestly thought that I wanted to get a face tat. I don't know why though. It's weird ass. Now thinking about it, it's like, what the fuck? I don't know what I was thinking, but I was heavily fucked. Well, I don't know what I was thinking anyway. So we shut everything down. And then I got to a stage where I couldn't do it anymore. That was it. I said, fuck. The lease ran out of that, and I said, I can't do this. Anyway, so at that stage, it's like, well, I had to go to rehab because I was that fucked at that stage. Like I just was cooked. I was done. I was just so fucking over it. And I told Kieran, I said, I'm finished. I can't do this anymore. Let's just leave it. So at that stage, we had the option. Do we shut Woodford down or do we keep going again? And I'll be honest, the first week before I went to rehab, I was done. I just didn't want it. I wasn't enjoying it. I just didn't like anything. I didn't even like coaching anymore. I kind of like hated it. It kind of resented me. And I had a good mate, Brad, who I thank Brad. I love Brad to death. Brad helped me a lot and I thank him. And Brad kind of helped me a lot with understanding just life, because he had 2 kids, he had a wife, he was just going through a breakup. So kind of we're in similar areas of our life. Like he was going through a breakup, I was struggling with life, and I met Brad at the right time, and he's a great guy. And I had Kieran in my life too. And I think that when I remember I was driving home once, I was punching the wheel, and I said, I can't do this anymore. I called Kieran, and they came around. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So that's when we went and saw my counsellor, my psychologist, and they put me into rehab in Sydney. And during that 1 week, the first 3 days at Sydney in rehab was terrible. I reckon I just slept I think I slept for 4 days. That's how fucked I was. Like, I went in there, but I'm not going to lie, I bended for 4 days. Before I went to rehab, and I think Kieran knew this and everyone knew this, I was just going to go as hard as I could for as long as I could and just go, fuck it. That's the way I thought. I thought, fuck it. I'm going to do it. Might as well go hard here. So at that stage, I said, oh, fuck it. I'm going to go. My parents got private health, so it's 20 grand for rehab in Sydney. Anyway, 20 grand. 20 grand. No wonder we're fucked here. 20 grand. So I went to private, so I had my own room and everything, and I went there, and the first few days I was done. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm just not going to do it. I'll do something else. Or I'd get right and go back to America. That was my idea anyway. And then as I went on, I remember getting an email from Aaron Callett now Aaron Callett he owns out in Seaford now, owns a facility out in Seaford. Great guy, but he was the head S&C. He's been in AFL. He's an OG, but he was the head S&C of Australian cricket team. And I got a massive email from him, and Kieran sent it to me, and it was awesome. And I'd love to show you guys, but I think he wouldn't want me to do that, but it was just a real nice email. And it's pretty much saying, you're the man in the arena. That's why I got the man in the arena tat, because you're the man in the arena. Don't give up. Stick at it. I wish you only the best I'm with ya. We're all with ya, blah, blah. So then I started thinking, holy fuck. And then all this shit happened. I used to think that's nothing. 2 weeks before I kind of went to rehab, this guy attacked me. I don't know if you watch Ask Woodford with Alex, the 49. This dude attacked me randomly, like fully personally attacked me. And then I'm like, why am I doing this? What the fuck am I doing this for? I did this to I actually started Woodford to help the industry. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. Fuck these pricks. What am I doing this for? My mental health is fucked. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't even want to live anymore. And I'm like, fuck, this ain't worth this shit. So I got attacked personally. I think that affected me, something chronic. And but anyway, he worked for my mate, which was funny. And then the CEO called him. That was a different story within itself. But he never apologised to me, even though he apparently wanted to reach out. Pussy, in my opinion, because if he really wanted to reach out, he should have. But he just attacked me personally. It was pathetic. And I wrote back this real good response. Watch episode 49 of Ask Woodford back in the old days. It was awesome. But I was mentally drained from that. And I was like, I don't want to come back. And then I was in rehab, and I got all these messages of support. I was like, holy shit. Maybe people actually want me in this. Like, not that I wanted validation, but it was like, holy shit, maybe a lot more people like me than what I thought. And then I've helped. And that's another thing. Back then, I couldn't see how many people I helped. I had this whole negative view on the industry, like, what's the point of helping people? And then I look back on it, it's like, holy shit, I couldn't see how many people I've helped, how many people I've changed their life, how many people, not just athletes, but coaches. And I think that was a big thing. And then I got a message from a young kid saying that he wanted to be the next me. And that was it for me. I think that was it, saying, holy shit, no, I'm staying. I can't leave. So we end up finding this place here we're in now. And I said to myself, okay, first things first, I've got to get myself right. And the second thing is, I have to, got to change this entire model. Like, I can't keep doing the model where it's just relying on me, because I'm going to go back. I'm going to go nuts again. And I end up asking Kieran to run Woodford and kind of do the back end. I'll do the front, like I'll coach, but blah, blah, blah. We'll do a membership model, etc. We'll still do one-on-ones, but we'll change the model. And I'll only do one facility. I won't worry about getting anyone involved anymore. Just be me, Kieran, and we'll just do it that way, and we'll have coaches, etc. I lasted rehab 2 weeks. It's supposed to be 3. I lasted 2. Typical. I couldn't sit there. I just wasn't for me. And by the way, rehab's not bad. I just couldn't do it. I just kind of felt bored. Went to all the classes. I thought it was all right. I think what you need is, if you're going to do it, you've got to be in there 100%. I wasn't 100% committed, and it showed. I felt like it was very... Like, a lot of people in there, man, I'm not going to lie, it was just not for me. That's what I'm going to say. It wasn't for me. But saying that, though, I learned a fair bit while I was there, like talking to people. I've learned a lot more about it. I'm working with a guy now, I have been for a while, Drew Wild. I think look, anything, mental health, addiction, gambling, pornography, whatever it is, at the end of the day, it's up to you to change. People can help you, but you got to want to do it yourself. I think that's one big thing I've learned. And you got to do things that keep you focused and healthy. And I think one thing for me is because I was in that environment of such a negative environment for so fucking long, and I was so used to working my ass off, partying. So I didn't realize back when I was 20, I started Woodford 25, 26, 27, 28. What I was doing was I was kind of like working hard, and my reward was partying. That's how I used to think. It's like, okay, well, I'll work my ass off. I'll become, I want to become that guy. And then the minute I let my ego run away with me, it's like, oh, people know who I am now. I'm the guy that I've always wanted to be. I think I let my ego run away with me. I used to think that, because I'm that guy now, I should, I want to be a baller. I want to party, girls, everything, all this shit. But at the end of the day, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all. And I think I resented myself for so fucking long. And because of what I was doing and my mental health, I used to think deep down, I never loved myself as much as I should. And that's something I've learned, is you really got to love yourself. And you got to look at yourself, and if you don't love yourself, there's an issue, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. But I think my big thing was I hated myself for so long for my addiction, my mental health. I just kind of resented myself. And I did. I never loved myself. And then I think it took Drew to look at me and go, man, you need to love yourself. You got to be less harsh on yourself. I was so harsh on myself. So harsh. And that's why I used, is because I wanted to escape. And that's why people do any addiction, is to escape who they really are. And for me, myself, my entire identity was based off coaching. That's all I thought I was good. Like, I honestly based my entire life, and this is what people do in my industry. They base their entire happiness and identity on coaching. Coaching is just not me. That's just not Christian Woodford. I'm so much more than that. But I used to base my entire life off that. So when my business went down, what do I think? How do you think I felt? Like fucking shit. I used to think that because my business is bad, I'm a bad person. I'm a piece of shit. So I'm just going to use and just feel like a piece of shit and fucking do all these things and use women as a way to escape my issues. And I've done that my whole fucking life. And this has gone pretty deep, actually. But I did. And it took me years to understand it. And I still... Every week is still hard for me. Like, you talk to anyone, mental health, addiction, anyone. It's a week-to-week battle. But that's not to say that I can't enjoy the wins that I have. The best thing I've done this year, and I'm so fucking glad I did it, was get involved with Springvale Football Club. Fucking the best thing. The fucking best thing to be in that environment again. To have a guy like... Chris Thompson, to have a guy like him and someone who's just as passionate but on the football side and who actually loves people. You can see how much he loves the boys and loves me and how much he cares about people. Unbelievable. Like, what he's done in my life, like for a guy who's, and I say this honestly, for the entire club has been so great to me. The players, you look at like guys like Mason Russell, you look at guys like John Walker, Toby Arms, Brody Letter, I don't want to get emotional, Jamie, Shug. I don't want to go through the entire playing list, but they've been fantastic, the players, to me. They've loved me. They've supported me. They've got around Woodford. They've got around me. But even meeting Tomo, like, it's just helped me so much to get purpose again. I think that's another thing we stop doing as we get older. We lose our purpose. And I could do this. This is what coaching is me. Like, and when I say coaching is not my identity, coaching is something I love doing. It's my purpose in life. I could do this every day, and I said I'll do this till I die. I'm very good at this. I love it. I believe I'm world class at it. I believe I'm so good at it now because I get results and I love it. I'm passionate. But I think one thing I was missing was that purpose in terms of a team environment and getting out of my environment. This environment got stale for me. I love Woodford, but it just got stale in terms of I was just doing it. I needed something different. And the best thing I think Kieran told me to do was, I wasn't going to do it. I kind of felt, nah, fuck this. I had this whole negative connotation on football clubs. And I think that meeting Tomo has been so good for me. And it's just, it's crazy to say this, but I've known him for fucking under a year. I feel like we've fucking known each other our whole life. And I love him like a brother. Like, I do love him and he loves me. And it's like, I just care about the guy, and everything he does, it's just like, I listen to him talk, and this is not, I don't want to turn this into a love fest for him and I, but I just listen to that guy talk, and he's so passionate. He's got 2 young daughters. I think listening to him talk is really cool. When people got kids, Kieran always says this, it's not about them, it's about their kids. And I just see it with him, and I just know how much of a good father he is, and I got so much respect for that guy. He's changed my life. And hopefully I've made an impact on his life. And, you know, Tomo, if you're listening to this, I'm sure you will be, because I'll tell you to watch. You're brilliant. And he's the best coach in the league by a fucking mile. And he's just such a good coach. And I learned so much from him. So thank you, entire club. Greg Scott as well, thank you. And Springvale, I got a lot of purpose for it. It's helped me a lot. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. It's given me a lot of purpose. One thing is that it's got out of my head, though, because it's like, because I'm doing that, I don't worry about myself as much. And I'm not overthinking. So that's been fantastic. So where we're at with Woodford right now, like current day Woodford. I mean, I think the best thing for me was with Kieran and with the staff, we've lost Brick, we lost Akranis, but those two held up when I needed them. They've been, you know, I always love them. You know, anyone who's been staff, you always love them. And I think that Woodford going forward, we're once again, we're on the upward trajectory. It's kind of funny, when I'm good, Woodford's good. It's almost like funny like that, how the world works, the juju we call it. But I think, yeah, listen, look what we're doing right now. I think fantastic. We've refined everything, really. Membership model, rehab model, integration with pathology performance. We get a lot of ACLs, conservative management, surgery. Got a lot of hamstrings. That's what I deal with. A lot of athletic development. Like Woodford, the brand is strong. It's to the point where it is worldwide. You know, I've done tours now worldwide, so that's where I want to keep going with it. Once again, I'm still young. The brand's only 13 years old. 13 years old this year. You know, I expect to go on for a long time. This is something that it's a strong brand. Look what we've been through. And that's another thing which, if you look at the origins of where Woodford's gone, it's fantastic, the story, because it's not, you can learn a lot from this, because business is never linear and life's not linear. But I think it's not about the situation you're in or what happens to you, but it's how you respond to that situation that makes you as a company, as in a person. So I think people can learn a lot from the Woodford story and my story, because it just shows a lot about passion, a lot about starting a business that no one thought you could, but also I think staying the course and sticking fat. When things get hard, don't run. And we haven't run. And the people around Woodford who helped out when I wasn't there or wasn't right mentally, who have stayed the course, Kieran, Chris, Brick, Max, all these people have come in, Jay Alice, all these people who've come through the doors. Like, I could name heaps of them. We've had that many staff over the period. Stubbsy, people supported me. People have got, you know, Jared, you know, all these people have come through the doors, and the people I've mentored. You know, how many people have gone on to make facilities of their own and become the best? Jamie Smith's personally one example I can bring up. You know, this is Woodford, the network of Woodford. How many people we've changed lives of? Woodford's all about changing lives, making people better and helping others. That's what we're here for. And I think Woodford going forward, I think that this facility, I think we're not going to sign another lease here. We'll go to another facility that's different. We want it longer. But I think the Woodford is only going to get better and bigger. And we're in hard economic times at the moment. Most gyms aren't, you know, killing it. No one's killing it, especially in Melbourne where it's flooded. But I think the Woodford story is just getting started. So the crazy thing about it is, if we couldn't die back then, we ain't going to die now. Because that's how I look at it. How I look at it is, those times when it's hard, it didn't kill us back then. We've got through that time. Nothing can stop us now. And that's the good thing. And that's where I think more businesses need to embrace the hard times, because it's going to make good. How good is it going to be if you embrace the hard times, and when it gets hard, you stick fat and you don't give up? Those good times are even sweeter. And I think that's the Woodford story, where it's got so many, it's not just about me, it's got so many characters here, so many different people. You know, I think it's a fantastic story, and I think a lot of people can learn from it. And one day I'd love to write a book on it. Not now, but I'd love to write a book on what I've learned across the journey in business, in life, and in training. And I will do it probably one day, because it's got a lot of positives, a lot of negatives, but you can learn a lot from it. I think that's what life's about. I think life's a learning journey, and what we're learning, what we learn from it. I think that's the whole thing. If you want to get, and the whole thing about life is just getting better. And I've learned that, and it's, fucking, I've gone, you know, Kieran says this all the time, 1% better every day. And for me, I haven't, you know, I've stagnated for so fucking long with this, but it just takes, life's a learning. That's what I look at it. And every day is a day I can learn and just get better from it, I guess. And I think Woodford's journey and the journey that I've been on and the ups and downs, you can learn a lot from it. And I think one thing I want you guys to take away from it is, having a loss or don't look at bad things or hardship as a bad thing. Look at it as a learning experience. And what I want you guys to forget about as well is, and a lot of people talk about this, is the social media whole part about it. It's crazy because it does good and bad, but social media puts only the good out there. What I'm trying to do is not put the bad out there, but put how life is a learning experience, how you can learn from hardships and a bit of resistance. But that's what makes you. And that's what I believe's made me and Woodford. I'm only still young, but it's almost like I've lived 2 lifetimes so far. But I love that because I've learned so much about myself. I'm still learning about myself. I'm still learning about business. I'm still learning about people. But what that's helped me with, and what Tomo's helped me with, and what Woodford's helped me with, and what my hardships helped me with, is becoming a better coach. Understanding people better, having more empathy for people, having more patience with people, even though sometimes I don't, but having more patience. But I think the biggest thing for me is trying to become a better person every day. And I think that's a lesson everyone can have. So I really think that going forward, Woodford, we are just getting started. 13 years in September this year, we're getting started. But don't worry, we're coming for the whole thing. Day one, when I said I was coming to change the game, I still am. Still change the game from day one, but we're still just getting started in my opinion. And I can't wait to watch where the next 5 years are going to take us. But make no mistake, what I said from day one, make no fucking mistake, right? I'm here to take the world on, and that's what I'm going to do. 37 years old, 13 years in the game, starting Woodford, we are here to take the world on. And I hope you enjoyed this story. I really do. And I think I want to shout out to my parents for supporting me through the entire journey, the entire journey. I want to thank Brick for, Brick. I want to thank Jailus. I want to thank Krista Kranis. I want to thank anyone who's stuck by me, all my staff who have been with me. But most important, my entire girlfriends, Jess, Katie, Nicole, fuck, I couldn't name them all, but Loz, I want to thank all you girls for sticking with me, sticking fat, even though I'm an absolute Fruit Loop when it comes to relationships. But my biggest one is I want to thank my right-hand woman, my best friend Kieran, for sticking with me, for never leaving me. If you look at someone who's loyalty personified, Kieran's never left me. She pretty much gave me clothes off her own back. She gave me money. She gives me a roof over my head. She deals with my bullshit. I really do appreciate her, and she doesn't get enough respect from the community for what she's done for Woodford. And I think at the end of the day, I think she deserves all the credit in the world for sticking by me, but also for being there for Woodford and helping Woodford out and developing the brand. So I think she's really good. So I think over the next few years, we've gone through way too much, Kieran and I, to leave. I think both of us are like, well, we've gone through this much. We can't leave because the good times are coming. And I think for her, she deserves it. So I think one of my things is for Woodford is for Kieran. It's hard. And in this economic climate, we all know how fucking hard it is. Ask Jamie, it's fucking hard. But I think one of my main goals is obviously for myself, for the brand, but for Kieran as well to change it and let Kieran go through the good times like I had before I met her. I think she deserves that. And I think she does. She's a really good person, and I think she deserves happiness. And I hope one day she can meet a guy that makes her happy. And well, I do. I hope she can meet a guy that makes her happy. And I do hope. And that day comes. It's not just about that, but I just think she's a good person. She deserves happiness in every part of her life. And I think one thing about me is she deserves everything that comes with being, the business booming again, which it will. We're starting to move up again. Like any business, takes fucking time when we change our systems as well, our model. But yeah, she deserves it more than anyone. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being that good I need in my life, for being the beacon of good when I needed it. And if I didn't have her, I don't think I'd be here. So thank you, Kieran. I love you. And it's been fantastic. So hopefully you guys have a Kieran out there, because if I didn't have her, I'd be fucked. So thank you. Other than that, guys, what a story, eh? Fuck me, upset. And that's, I could go into so many other little, like I say something and it goes in this tangent. I could say so many other stories. All I want to say is this. For the people who stood by me, thank you. For the people who fucked me, thank you, because you made me who the fuck I am today. And for anyone else, thank you very much, because this is the Woodford story. And I would never, ever, ever, and people ask me, would you change it? Don't people ask me, would you change? No fucking way. Do you know why? It's made me who I am today. It's met people like you and all other people in my life like Kieran. So no, I wouldn't change it, because that's fucking life. So other than that, guys, ask Woodford. What a story, hey? If you want to share it, do it. Good story. If you've got any other extra questions, please ask. I'm at the stage of my life where I'm open to it. I hope any mental health, if you need to talk to someone, reach out. If you have to reach out to me, do it, because please, us men especially, cut it. A lot of them neck themselves, don't talk. Talk to someone because you are wanted. So that's my big thing. Other than that, listen, the show we are bringing back, Ask Woodford, when Donnie does come back, is back to questions because that's the best at it. We all know old school Ask Woodford is the best. Jaden Cott, shout out to you because I know you loved it. You guys are going to ask the questions, get the questions. I'm going to answer them. I'm going to do it my way, educational, passionate, crazy, whatever the fuck it is. Kieran's going to ask the questions. We're going to have a back and forth, be funny as fuck. Other than that, guys, Donnie, thanks as always. I think it's been fantastic. Other than that, what a story. Thanks, guys. It's been Ask Woodford episode, Woodford Origin episode part 2. I love you all. Thank you.